On today's video, we're going to take a look at 10 cards that I am invested in. In case you're interested, they're coming up next. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to my channel and you've somehow found me out there in the nacho cheese universe of YouTube, well, thanks a lot for checking out the content today. Really hope you guys enjoy it. Smash that subscribe button. Join in the fun. It's free to do, doesn't cost a penny, and helps the channel grow closer to that 10,000 goal you see up there. That's what we're hoping to get for the 10K party. Looking forward to seeing everyone there. So today I thought we'd take a look at 10 cards that I am either interested in or invested in to some degree. These are cards that have importance to me for various reasons, which I will go over, okay? So let's take a look. Without further ado, let's jump into this. Number 10. Number 10 is going to be the Biblioplex. This came out in Strixhaven. I liked it right away. Now you can get this card for $1. It's fine. You can get the full art versions for like $2-3 bucks. You can get a full art foil for like $7. The reason I like it is its ability as a poor man's library, but with two options. When you have no cards, you can look at that card and decide if it's any good. Or if you have a full hand of 7, you can pay the card. You can pay 2 others plus tap it and look. It doesn't save me every time. I'm going to be honest. It doesn't. But when it does, when I need that help because I have no cards in hand or I wonder if it's even worth playing on, I can cycle. If I have 4 of them in my hand, a lot of mana, I go through a lot of cards. So I think this card has potential. When I see potential, I grab some. I was buying these cards so cheap, guys, it really didn't matter to me. When you're buying for 30, 40, 50 cents, who cares? You bought 50, you spent, but if this card goes up for any reason, I stand to make some serious money on this particular card. Awesome. If not, I don't care. I can keep them for other decks, other fun things, and they can look fine in a shoebox. Who knows? But either way, I like this card, so I'm keeping an eye on it. Can't help myself. Can't help myself. Now, number 9, Thrall Champion. This one is purely a fun factor. I bought this during the channel when the buyouts were happening. I bought a whole bunch, and I think January of 2021. They were really cheap, 53 cents or something. Ridiculously cheap is when they arrived. I don't care if they really go up, but I'm invested because I have a lot of copies. If this card takes off for any reason, I will make a lot of money. And the same can be said for any of you out there who have a large collection of reserve lists of any particular card, even a low-end card. If for some reason it catches or takes off, gets broken in some way and people need it, as soon as it breaks, it gets desirable, people will go looking for it. So for that reason, although I have like 35 light, moderate, and heavy played, moderately played, I have a whole selection of them, but because it was so cheap to buy, I'm keeping my eye on this card. I watch it at least once or twice a week and see how the sales are going. I keep an eye out. It's a good card. Especially if Thralls get some support and love. We gave it to Squirrels. Why not Thralls? All right. Here we go. Number 8. Number 8 is Oko. Now, Oko's banned. I get it in certain formats. I get it. He was a power creep card. I understand that. But he was a lot of fun. For those who got to use him, he was a lot of fun. And who knows when things become unbanned. I bought him on the dip. I have about 10 copies. I bought him when it was really low. And if he gets used a lot, or if the price goes up, or he doesn't see a reprinting that forces prices up because there's just none in supply, then those copies I bought for $7, $8 are going to be worth some serious bank. Now, right now it's saying $35 you're going to see on your screen, but that's for the borderless copy you're seeing right there. Some of those other copies are way cheaper, and you can really make an advantage if you can get cards cheap and they're going to rise. Remember, it's not how much you can make. It's how much you're willing to lose. Because if these cards don't go anywhere, you're sitting with cardboard. Remember that. I still like it, though. All right, number 7. This is going to be City of Shadows. Now, of course, I have copies of this card. Again, since the buyout, it is a reserve list, so I'm keeping them. I've given a couple out as prizes on the channel as giveaway stuff. But let's remember this part. I bought them at between $17 and $20, I believe, somewhere in that range, depending on the quality of the copy I got, plus a slight discount from 401 Games. Guys, I did really well because it's already $100. What's it going to be like in 5 years, 10 years from now? So I have to keep an eye on these type of investments because at some point I may want to cash out 3 or 4 or 5 of them, just keep a playset for myself and make some money. Or give them away on the channel, but I count it as a higher prize because the price has gone up. Cards to keep an eye on, right? All right, here we go. Number 6, Brain Geyser. I was buying these at $3 each. Now, I only have 15 copies, but they're all near mint. Not a single one is not near mint. They're beautiful, okay? So when they're that good of quality, I know they're going to fetch that top end $45 mark. But what is 10 years going to bring? 15 years going to bring? This is a revised copy you're seeing, and those are the copies I have. Okay? It was alpha, beta, unlimited, and revised. And collector edition, really. But if you look at these, and I know they're mint. No problems at all. They're going to fetch a higher premium to those who are trying to finish collections. And that's why I held on to them. And the reserve list, lots of things going for it. I'm going to keep that card. Not to mention the nostalgic history of the card. It's beautiful to look at. It grabs people. It really does if you've played the game a long time. Gotta have it. All right, number 5. Fork. Same thing as Brain Geyser. I got them when they were like $8 each. Now the problem is I only have 8. And I need at least 4 for a deck I use for my Legacy Vintage deck when I'm playing that one. So I can only really get rid of 4. But I still have more than the original 4 I have. So I can have 4 as an investment. So how far do I push that one? I'm willing to push that one further because I can never replace them after you sell stuff. Remember that as well. If you didn't buy a lot of copies of something, when you sell, you're missing out. Because you can never really get the card back without paying even more to get it back. So be sure before you sell any of your investments that you're satisfied with your choice. That's why like single boxes of my stuff I don't normally sell. Because I don't want to like have to ever replace it. I like it in the background. It's just like art, okay? But if I have 20 copies of something, yeah, I can get rid of some. It's not going to break the bank to do it, right? Next up is going to be number 4, dual lands. I have 14 extra dual lands from when I played when I was younger. I haven't really sold any ever for my dual land collection, but I keep a full play set. I'm missing 1 or 2 actually, so I may have to trade some in to finish the set, but I have 14 extra. And some of them I have multiples, like I have like, for some reason I have 7 tropical islands. I don't know what I was thinking as a kid, but I have 7. So I keep my playset of 4. I have 3 I can move around to help get me my playset of Taiaga, which I don't have, right? So you can move those around. But it's an investment. They're worth a lot of money. Who knows what they'll be worth in 10 years from now? So really those kind of cards I understand. The high value is only because I kept them as a kid. So I'm very leery about getting rid of any of them because of the price tag attached to dual lands. But it is an investment that I'm watching because it goes up in value. And you want to know where it is in the placeholder of the world of Magic. So keep an eye. And dual lands are kind of like that financial well-being. If dual lands are doing well, most of the reserve lists and older cards are doing well as well. Doing as well as, I don't know how you say it. But anyway, they're doing well. So I keep an eye on this all the time. And each one is tracked weekly to make sure how it's doing, okay? So for me, I will sell some at some point because I'm going to need money in my old age. But right now, I'm keeping them because it's a long-term investment that I need to keep for another 10, 15 years. All right, number 3. Number 3 is, of course, Collector Edition Time Walk. The reason I'm using this as one of my investments is because I have 3 of them extra. I have 1 in a deck and I have 3 extra. None of them are gem mint. They're probably lightly played, moderately played, but they're still going to fetch me probably $1,000 each. That's in the last couple of years it's shot up like that, right? Since the buyout. What's it like 10 years from now? They haven't been rebacked. They haven't been destroyed like so many other copies in the collector edition for power stuff was rebacked. How many are really left out there? I'm willing to hang on and make some real money, $10,000, 20 years from now. I'm willing to hang on to see what happens because I bought them at like 37 bucks. It's not going to hurt me to wait and see how things play out for this. What's the worst that can happen? Nothing. I still get to keep the card. That's the best part. There is no worse. Number 2. Seldevi Excavations. I was buying these when they were like $1, $2, $3. I have a substantial amount set aside. Not as many as some people, but I'm in the 50 range, give or take. So when I look at the 50 range of that, and this card used to be a $4 or $5 card when the channel started taking off, and now it's $40 because most people on the channel here try to buy a copy because it's kind of our little thing we do here is you try to get a copy of Seldevi Excavations to say you have a copy. And if you do, welcome to the club. But I keep an eye on it because when this card hits over $100, you know all those copies make a lot more money. And as people realize how good this card is in Commander, its value does continue to rise. I can make money doing that when I decide to flip out and sell some, trade some off, whatever I'm going to do. Its equity is good, so I keep an eye on that card. Now the last one. That's right, Mox Amber. Can't help myself. You guys know I love this card, but it is an investment, isn't it? It's the one I keep my closest eye on. Daily, hourly. I check this thing all the time. Because I don't mention it all the time in the channel, but I was buying this when nobody wanted it. And that's why I brought up the fact that nobody wanted Biblioplex. The Biblioplex no one likes. Nobody liked Mox Amber either. And my gut said, just get some, who cares? Then it became kind of like a thing just to keep buying them because they were so cheap. At $5 each, I could buy, let's buy 20 copies this week, right? It's $100. I'll buy 60 copies this week. That's a few $100. Like, it was ridiculous. And I just kept doing it. When it was at the $5, $6, $7 level, all the way up until it hit around the $30 mark is when I stopped buying because it got so expensive. But up to that point, I was buying these things all the time. So my cost basis is still only $5.97, $6.13 is my cost basis, US, for all the Mox Ambers I have. And it is well north of 1,000 plus. Okay? Well north of that. Okay? Keep going. Guess and then just keep going. Binders filled. Because it was fun to do. But I can trade in a whole bunch and start buying power or moving up in my collections. So I've decided at some point when it spikes up again, I probably will trade off a lot of copies or start selling them. Maybe I'll offer them to some patrons who need them at a discount. I don't know. But I will make a move on some because I just have so many. And it is an investment. That's what I got it together for. Why do I need that many? Who knows? But I did it because I could. I knew it was a good investment because Wizards does not let Moxes go. And that's how I feel about it. So for that reason, this one is number one. And it's the reason why I know with that many Moxes, I've made a really good investment. Guys, these are the cards I'm keeping an eye on. These are the ones that are special to me right now because there's the ones that I can see making money all the time. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. This is MTG Moxman. Let me know what your top 10 list is. I'd like to know. Put that in the comments section. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Have a great day. Hey guys, big shout out to all my patrons out there. Thanks again guys for your continued support in the channel. Hope you enjoy the videos I'm putting out. And remember, contact me on the Patreon if there's things you'd like to talk about or things you'd like to see. Patrons make the world go around. Thanks a lot, guys. Welcome back. I know. Serious topic. Are you ready? No. I don't have a serious topic. You're supposed to have the serious topic. I just did all the talking on the video. It's your turn. Oh, you can't talk back. Have a great day, guys. Loving it, man. Enjoy that day. You deserve it.